Malik and Jesse Palmer, and guys can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And still on his feet. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Dropping back, it's Manning. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. It's pretty obvious what's at stake here, guys. A top 10 matchup, winner, good shot at the playoff, and the loser is probably going to need some help.
Yeah, so further cementing your resume, making that exclamation point on the schedule, giving that committee something to look at and go, here's a top 10 win.
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
This offense knew coming into the game with all the rain, they had to be able to run the football and be physical, but when they throw it, they're just going to have to be a lot more precise. The ball's going to be slippery for the QB and receivers. They need to do a better job not slipping out of their breaks. As a result, they throw a pick. Bad execution.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, looking for a man. Under fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And you had all day to stew on and get excited and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
And the Dogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. It's picked off. That's number 10. Well, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, And you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited, forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Got a man, it's Moore. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it, because these two teams are very talented, David. We're now at the midpoint of the season. We're starting to get an idea of who these teams are. We're going to find out a whole lot more here today.
Yeah, dang right. How much implications down the road does this have? But how about you get an idea of exactly where you stand right in the middle of the season, playoffs down the road, make your statement here today. All right, nice job by the QB. It's 3rd down. It's money down. I'm looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
The Longhorns are rolling down the field. The give to the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
You go with the option, quarterback keeps it himself, and look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your play.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Longhorns kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Frazier. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. Now, they'd love to win this one today, secure that spot in the conference championship game. A remarkable achievement. They can't really think this one's in the bag yet.
No, they've just got to continue focusing on the task at hand. I think that's a big reason why they're in this position that they find themselves in. They take care of business each and every game, David. Some hardware to be won down the road potentially, but you got to win this one.
No doubt, and I think it's hard because you're starting to see the finish line now, getting later in the season, knowing where you're ranked, what's at stake. Let's see how they handle the pressure.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw it, Stockton. That's caught. It's Young. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, the short passing game is a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play. So this can certainly open things up later on.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. Makes the catch. It's Branch. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Here comes the Texas offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them check by check.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Back to throw, it's Manning. That's reeled in, it's Baxter. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. First play of the period, first down here. They'll try the run. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
A first down run in the red zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking for a man. It's Manning. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Texans! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win. But this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Big implications today and a notable result as one team trends upward and the other has some work to do.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Watch the fire on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Branch. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He fires to the left side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And this defense is dialed in. This is fun to watch. The pass defense, albeit on a string, understanding their responsibilities, almost had another interception there. They are hunting the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw again. Shoots it to the left. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, another negative play for this offense. You've had the turnovers. You're throwing in the sacks. Like, they've got to do something better. They got to protect their quarterback, and they got to take care of the football. There's step 1 and 2.
Georgia sent out the punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets it out of there for the first time today, and didn't see much of him that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the returner will be brought down. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. From the gun, running back on the move. Just ran over it. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get much. You can't get... Physically being at the point of attack, you know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And the Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to pass. It's Manning. Snagged out of the air. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Not the biggest play in the world, but it's one that can set the tone as he bangs his way out to the 38.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and it's just and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's so hard to defend.
The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Tries to get it on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. 4th down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Manning. Zings it complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Bully ball on 3rd and short. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Trying to keep the drive alive. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout.
When you got the ball on their side of the field on 4th and 1, you are absolutely going to go for it and be aggressive. Am I right?
You are right. I know some may say the quarterback talked the coach into it, but the quarterback's decision is on 3rd down. If he doesn't get it first, breaks into the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They've got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
To the air on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Now he's going to break the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Here's the handoff. Fighting off the defender. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Dogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Makes the catch. It's Frazier. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Going to swing it on second down. Pocket breaking down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in this second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Georgia lining up to punt it away. Let's see what he can do with it. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. That's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you can do.
They get him up rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
Well, these 4-3 defensive ends that can get pressure on quarterbacks, they get paid a lot of money in the National Football League, and that's why. You can get out of your stance and win it around the edge to get to the QB. Not many guys do it as well as that.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Taking it the other way.
And we've called his name a lot, and that's interception number 6. That's 6. He just continues to find ways to find the football and make plays for this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pressure coming. Firing deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now facing a third and long. To the air, it's Stockton. The short hands to John. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. He's in open space downfield. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, Coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's Bell. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And how about that linebacker? Seeing the ball getting thrown really quickly to the wide receiver, breaking on it, and then being able to get that fast guy on the ground for no gain. That's a really athletic play by that linebacker.
He's got it still on his feet. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. He breaks a tackle.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football. Back in your own end, the defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline with your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Calls his own number. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Wants to throw. It's Manning. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
What a great job by the defense, forcing a 3 and out. Beautiful job in coverage there. This is going to set up a punt and get them the football back in great field position.
The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. And the returner will be brought down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Out of bounds at the very edge of the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off play action. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Stockton. Pulls it in. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
29 Philly.
Gets it out quickly. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run play action. Here comes the heat. Trying to get rid of it. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are. You're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, then you're going to have time to throw.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs!
And finally, man, this offense, they have struggled all day. They've been shut out all game. Finally put a drive together, got some points on the board, got some good mojo. Maybe they can take this in the next week. I know it's been a bad day, but sometimes these type of things can carry you.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, to punt it away from deep in their own territory. There he goes! Past the 1st down marker and still running. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, who knows how things are going to finish up in the Big Ten this season, but this is a game to keep in mind. Michigan came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a Big Ten matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Frazier. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Motion from the back. Makes the grab. It's Branch. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Not much room to run. Let's give him 1 to the 33.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. Sweet cut there. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. Let's go. They'll try to get it in with the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough act today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You're going to to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield and make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Back to pass, it's Manning. The screen, he can go. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play. One more play to pad the stats. The snap sets up the throw. Keeps looking downfield.